A couple others here. Duke, nice win for the Blue Devils. They stay undefeated, 66-60 over Michigan State. Really, really nice performance from Cam Boozer. 18 points, 15 rebounds. Justin, this Duke team 10-0. I mean they're absolutely rolling along here. What have you made of the Dukies so far earlier this year?
This team's really good. I mean, this is a
Cole,
team who
stop. That always pains a Carolina guy to have to say something like that.
Oh, I
it,
know.
it is.
I
It
know.
it does hurt. It does hurt, and I'm sure I'll probably
I
get
mean,
some
y'all
sort
both
of
got to answer for it, right? I mean, it's just
some
part of the deal
some
here.
sort of
Everybody here is
backlash
from the
for
ACC.
saying that they're
You know what
just
I mean?
good. Um, yeah. But hey, you got to be honest. You got to be honest. But I mean, heck, you look at this team who's like their best player is a freshman, right? Like a team put together. Going back, this is a side note, but going back to how we talked about Kentucky being put together and not having a GM and things like that. People wonder, I think, obviously, John Shire is an unbelievable coach, in my opinion. But people wonder why they've had so much success since Coach K left and now, a new head coach stepping in there. The way that they've put together these teams, in my opinion, there's not a ton more teams that have really been able to put pieces together the way that Duke has been able to, right? Like you look, the only question mark for me truly will be at the point guard position and how that evolves, whether it's Foster that stays in there as the point guard or uh, the Boozer twin comes in and is kind of that's the one that goes. But other than that, you got shot making in Isaiah Evans. You've got the workhorse in Cam Boozer down low. You've got more size next to him. You've got other shooting around him. And they've beat good opponents already. Like it's not that
Yep.
they're, RC mentioned LSU. I looked at LSU's schedule today, and if I were to put that schedule next to this Duke's team schedule, it's 10-0 and undefeated right next to LSU. It's like night and day. I mean, they've played five ranked opponents already non-conference and have won every single one of them. So, I think they're really good. I think me personally, I think they're right behind Arizona and maybe Michigan, as far as the best teams in the country. But they're a really, really good team from the top to the bottom of that roster.
RC, you got to come to the plate too, brother.
No, listen. I think he hit the nail on the head. I'll say this, and I said this last year. Duke's a point guard play away from winning the national championship. I think they don't have the rim protection they did a year ago. I think that's a big difference too. Though Patrick Gomba's been good, I don't think he's the rim protector that Malawa wasn't. So, hey man, when Caleb Foster's good, they're really good. All right. Caden Boozer's going to be good. I think his size, his switchability. I think defensively they're going to be fine. They just do it differently. Their length. They have Malik Brown, who's an ACC Defensive Player of the Year caliber player. That when Patrick Gomba goes out, they actually improve. Again, the only knock on this Duke team is they don't have rim protection. They got length everywhere on the roster. They got a grown man in Cam Boozer, as we know. They got shot making when they need it. It's the same statement I made a year ago. If Duke gets quality point guard play, and I do believe collectively they are better than they were a year ago. I don't want to dump this all on Caleb Foster's feet, but if Caleb Foster's solid, man, this team they're going to be a tough ass out. I know Caden Boozer, he's a winner. He's going to continue to get better and better. He comes in as a ball mover, fine guys, but if they can get some shot making when needed from that spot, and some quality high IQ play, which they have now, to be honest. It's a reason. I think that's part of the reason why they're 10-0. As much people got on Caleb Foster's ass, you got to give him credit right now. Like he stepped up in a couple of games. He needs to be more consistent. But again, their point guard level, their consistency of their point guard play will be the difference of whether Duke not just goes to Indianapolis if they can win a national championship.
Absolutely. I mean, the win by Iowa State obviously was the was the headliner of the day just because of the margin. But going into the Breslin Center with a bunch of young dudes like that, like that's
and they're gonna
that's a
get better. You
statement.
know they're gonna get better. They're
Oh,
gonna get better. Like
scary
this
hours,
team is gonna get better and
scary
better
hours.
as the year goes on. And again, if they get high level, if they can get consistent
Yep.
play out that point guard spot, that's a tough ass team to beat.
I mean, if we're gonna keep it a buck, they should have had a chance to play for the championship last year with Cooper Flag. I mean, that was an absolutely atrocious foul call. I mean, it just was. It was no foul. I mean, that team was playing as well as better probably than anybody, and they got robbed on that phantom foul
Well,
call. But
if point guards are told just get your ass open and get the ball, if they could get the ball in bounds, point guards that's just embedded in you. That's beating you to get open and get the ball. They win it. So you could point back to a ton of plays, but even after the foul call, if you could just get the damn ball in bounds, you're
you're
playing
right.
for a natty. So.
You're right, Coach. You're right. My bad, Coach. You're right. You're right.
Nah,
There was
man, I'm
lots
just
there's
saying,
lots of
you
ball
know.
played after that. You're right. You're right. It
Right.
wasn't the last play of the game. So you're exactly right. All right, one more here before we get to toast. We talked about Kentucky, and